Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be reviewing the new Aina eyeshadow palette, and I'm really excited because I have been following Aina for a long time. She is an awesome influencer. She is definitely someone who uses her voice for good and for growth and for change, and I'm all for it. If you guys aren't following her, which I'm sure you are because she's one of the biggest influencers out there, or if you don't know about her, then I would definitely recommend going and subscribing to her channel because she is amazing. And honestly, after using her palette, I'm even more obsessed with her because this palette definitely exceeded my expectations. So if you're interested in seeing how it performs, definitely keep on watching. If you're interested in how I achieved this look, keep on watching. I'll talk you through everything that I used, how it worked, and yeah, so we'll go ahead and dive right into the video. So first I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes using the Anastasia eyeshadow primer, and then afterwards I'll zoom you guys in and we'll get into the eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right into the palette. I'm not exactly sure what look I'm going to do, but we'll figure that out. Okay. So right now, Supreme is like really calling my name. I know I just did a pink look, but we'll make it different. Before I even start, I know that some of these palettes have fallout, so I'm going to take a little bit of powder and put that underneath my eyes. I normally don't. I normally don't do my foundation and face first, but I figured for the video's sake, I might as well. Just a trick, if you get fallout underneath your eyes when applying eyeshadow and you normally do your foundation first, take a little bit of setting powder, or a lot of bit of setting powder, and lay it down on the areas you would get fallout. Very lightly. You don't want to press it into the skin, but this is kind of going to make it a lot easier for you to dust it away afterwards. Okay. So it's going to look a little funny. I know that, but it's going to probably save us later. So, alright. So first I'm going into that Supreme color, which is like a, oh my gosh, it's like a deep bubblegum pink. And I'm going to take that right into my crease. I am really loving this eyeshadow primer. My manager told me about it. I thought it was going to be a little bit drying at first, but it's not at all. It helps the eyeshadow stay on really long. Helps it so it doesn't crease, and my eyes crease like crazy. So this is the first primer that actually doesn't do that on me. So I'm loving it. I like the shade a lot. I don't think I have anything too similar to it. Like I have pinks, I have bright pinks, I have deep pinks, I have neon pinks, but this is, I don't really know how to explain it. It's more of like a mauvey pink. Okay, so now that that's nice and blended, I'm gonna go into Pinker, and we're gonna take this on. I just got these new Tarte brushes from their Sugar Rush collection, and this one is called Stay Sharp. We're gonna go into Pinker and take that even closer to upper lid, not buffing it out as much as we did the pink, but making sure that the two are still nice and blended. Another really beautiful color. Now this one does have a little bit more shimmer to it, but it's not something that really translates onto the eye that much. I heard that some brands do that when formulating eyeshadow to make them more blendable, so I don't mind it at all. It's not something that picks up on, like in person. To me, it just looks like a soft matte. And I'm going to take more of that and just really kind of start shaping out my lid. Okay, from there I'm gonna go into big wig. I'm not sure. I feel like we already went for that pink purple look in the last video, so I'm trying to avoid that, but these colors are just really calling my name, guys. I can't help it. It's definitely gonna, I'm gonna give you a different look though. This purple is definitely different from the one in the Alyssa Edwards palette. It's a lot less vibrant. It's more rich in pigment, which I'm liking. But I don't like when my eyeshadow starts looking exactly the same. I'm debating on doing a halo eye, but I've messed this up so many times. It's either a hit or it's a miss. And it's pretty easy, but I don't know why, just sometimes it does not look the best on my eye shape. Well, we're gonna try it out because I'm feeling adventurous today. And hopefully it goes well because I have to go out right after this. So I'm just taking a little bit more of that Supreme and just reblending any harsh lines. A lot of people are afraid to bring it up too high. If it's a darker color, I can completely understand that. But with transition shades, I actually don't mind bringing them a little bit further up the eye area, because why not? Feel adventurous. Have a little bit more drama in your makeup. It's here to have fun. It's so funny when people ask me, oh, or when people see me at work and I'm using like a eyeshadow brush to highlight, and they're like, oh, is that, you know, are you supposed to use that for that? And I'm like, there shouldn't be any rules to makeup. If it works, it works. If it makes you feel good, it makes you feel good, you know? Sometimes things are gonna work and sometimes they aren't, but as long as you feel happy when you're wearing it, then it shouldn't really matter. And I know Jackie Aina, she does her foundation first, and she always does this powder trick. So I don't know if she purposely did it so that there wasn't a lot of fallout in these colors, but whatever she helped, whatever she did with this formula is definitely working for this method. Okay, so now I'm gonna attempt that halo eye with a strong emphasis on attempt, because this is where it tends to go wrong for me. That was pinker, and I just took it on the inner lid first as kind of my transition to the deeper part of my halo eye. And then I'm taking Big Wig and making it a little bit more focused and blending the two almost to the middle. You don't want to have it completely covering the middle because that defeats the purpose of the halo eye, but just in case we get too much dust in there, we're going to probably go over it again with some of the eyeshadow primer to cut out that halo eye. Okay, so now we're taking a little bit more Big Wig and really starting to shape out and carve out the lid. Okay, so there isn't a lighter transition shade in this palette, which I completely get. It is a palette that's supposed to work for all skin tones, specifically more deeper skin tones, so I'm completely okay with that. I'm gonna take a slightly lighter eyeshadow color and just really buff out these edges, just so they blend out a little bit smoother, so there's no harshness. But right now, I'm really liking how this is turning out. I know it probably looks like a lot right now, but once we carve out the lid, add liner and lashes, it's gonna look a lot better, I promise. I kind of want to take a little bit of credit and just try to deepen out that outer corner a little bit more. It's gonna add more of a brown to it. The inner corner. Okay, so before we start really closing up this inner circle, I'm just going to take a little bit more eyeshadow primer and really carve out that inner, that center of my eye. Alright, so I'm just taking a little bit more of this eyeshadow primer on a flat, curved brush, but anything small, flat, and round will definitely help. And we're just taking that right in the center of the eye. I'm really carving out this halo eye. We want the center of the eye to be the lightest. The edges don't have to be perfect, so we're gonna go over some of those edges with some more of those transition shades. It's the center that you want to make sure it's nice and domed and bright. Okay, I think they're pretty much even. I really want to take Zam, you have to say it like that. And, oh, we're a lot. You don't need this much. I'm gonna pack it right. Oh, that is such a pretty color. I'm gonna pack that right in the middle of my lid and blend it out both ways. I picked up a lot on my brush, so that's probably why you're seeing fallout. Okay, now we're gonna take a little bit of Trust Issues and that same brush and just put it even more directly in the center. Just so my eyes look a little bit rounder. A little bit more vibrant in that middle. So right now it probably looks a little weird. So that's when we're gonna take Supreme and Pinker and start really blending those edges. Okay, I'm loving this palette right now. A lot. I think this actually might be my favorite Anastasia palette launch since the Soft Glam. Yeah. And I have, you know, in comparison to Norvina, Sultry, even Alyssa Edwards, this one, for some reason, I can see myself really dipping into a lot. And these colors are beautiful. I cannot stress that enough. I think that's pretty much where I want it. I'm gonna continue to kind of buff out the edges, and then I'm going to throw on a wing, some mascara, some lashes, and then I'll be back to finish up my lower lash line. So yeah, I'll be right back. And for my liner, I'm just gonna go back into my Too Faced Better Than Sex liner. I've been really loving it. Alright guys, so that completes my first application using the Jackie Aina palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I have to say, this is my favorite palette. Maybe I'm speaking too soon, but I think this is my favorite palette that Anastasia has launched so far. The colors are absolutely beautiful. They are so much more rich in color than what you see in the pan, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little bit underwhelmed when I saw it online, but I have to say the camera doesn't do it justice. When you see these colors in person and on someone's skin is really when you can see the biggest difference and how much color that these colors have. And looking at it, it looked really similar to Norvina, so I was like, or Norvina and Modern Renaissance, so I was like, okay, I don't know how exciting this is going to be, but this is beautiful, and I can definitely see this becoming one of my top 5 used palettes. It's definitely going to stay on top of my makeup vanity for a while. I'm really loving it. It's really nice packaging. I like that it's not suede, because the suede packaging gets so dirty. If anyone has the Anastasia palettes, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But I feel like this is going to be a little bit easier to clean. And if you saw my very first video, you know that I'm definitely a fan of Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows, but this by far takes the cake. I'm so happy with how this look came out. And normally I'm not the best at halo eyes, but I think this one came out pretty good. So I'm very happy with it. And yeah, I'm going to wear this throughout the night. I already know that Anastasia eyeshadows always last long, so I know this is going to last throughout the night. I'm excited to see how it lasts, and maybe I'll update you guys down in the description box. I don't think I'm going to do a wear test because it is eyeshadow. I know how well the eyeshadows last already, but my review so far is really positive. I hope you enjoyed kind of seeing it in action, seeing how the colors blended on somebody. And yeah, let me know what you want to see from me next. And also, I really, really want to thank everyone who has shared my last video, has watched it, has commented, has liked it, has reached out to me and told me that they liked it and they want to see more. I can't express to you enough how much I appreciate that. I know my family is little, my little social media family, but I feel like you guys are already the most supportive that anyone could ask for, and honestly, I appreciate that more than you know. Every time someone reaches out to me and suggests something that I should be doing, or tells me that they like my video, I love it. So, and I genuinely want to thank all of you for watching. So yeah, I think that concludes this video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. It is ValerieB_MUA. Be sure to follow my fiance, who is helping me with all this camera setup, the lights and everything. He's amazing. He's an amazing photographer. His name is at darkroom_image. And he's amazing. So definitely be sure to show your support there. And yeah, thank you so much for coming to my channel once again. You all have a great day. Bye. Bean.
I started.
Okay, sorry.